This ad just came on in the ad break. I was at home, I was in my little flat, and I went back to the TV, I was walking out, and then just this soundtrack, just this tick followed tock, you know, came on, which just made me, so I wasn't even looking at the TV, and I stopped in my tracks, turned around.
Tick followed tock, followed tick, followed tock, followed tick.
So the first ad, and I make no apologies for saying this, is Guinness Surfer.
The old sailors returned to the bar. Here's to you, I have! And the fat drummer hit the beat with all his heart.
It's just a really good example to us all. It's just keep pushing and pushing and pushing every single ingredient. And when you do, then you get something like that. You can feel the care and the love and the time spent in the edit suite. The film just stopping, and then the sequence of stills, you know, in silence, you know, incredibly disruptive stuff. Every sort of decision they made through it was reflecting this idea of just what it feels like to wait. You know, the pack shot goes on at the end as well for quite a long time, and then it pulls in and pulls out, and it's keeping you sort of waiting. So they sort of stuck to the idea of waiting in all of the ingredients in the ad, which is amazing.
Here's to waiting.
Nothing's beaten it. Yeah, it's incredible. So the second choice is bang up to date. Well, it's great. You know, is Nike Londoner.
I've had the longest day, man. You said you were gonna come to me. Now you're telling me to come to you. I'm not getting on a cycle.
Cycle? That's light work.
My first reaction when I saw London was just sheer jealousy. Really wish we'd have done that. You know, always, you know, when you have something special, when the first thing you think is like, you know, bollocks, you know, we should have done it.
Man's got to run 2 miles from ends just to get to training. Serious, bro?
They've considered the composition and the framing of every single shot. Whenever we make our ads, we're always asked to go, you know, pick your three key frames for PR or for, you know, for whatever. Now with that team, I'd have hated that task. It would have been a nightmare.
Well, I got to fight these waste man just to play. This is my multi-purpose. Council funded, football, tennis, basketball court.
I thought that the skill of that film was that it made you feel incredibly proud of, while talking about the negatives. It's like to talk about the dangers and talk about the roughness and talk about, you know, that sort of stuff.
I have to run through Peckham at night!
What's wrong with Peckham?
You watched a piece of film and it embraced all of that and made you feel, you know, really proud. Yeah, it's tough, it's rough, it's like, you know, it's raining and freezing cold, so you can't play tennis. You go, well, if you do, then you're fucking cool and Nike are with you, you know.
Ever play tennis in London?
I don't even have a whole bike.
Hegarty always says this thing, he doesn't say this thing, he does this thing to me where he just goes like, you know, you can just do this. Great work, you can just sort of feel it. And it's not really a word. He goes, you know, I can't really describe it, you know, it has that. And when he's doing that, it just means the love, the attention, the care, the craft. Someone has loved that, and I can't tell you what it is specifically about it, but it just has that, and that film definitely has that. The final choice is something a bit different. Well, to the others anyway. Blackcurrant Tango.
Hi, I'm Ray Gardner, spokesperson for Tango. This letter is from Sebastian Loys, a French exchange student. Sebastian says, I tried new Blackcurrant Tango and didn't enjoy it as much as Tango's other flavors.
He just walked into the camera as he came out, and you have to step back, and yes, it's smarter than when you really sort of start to pull it apart. It's sort of smarter than it first looks. Do you know what I mean? In how it's been shot.
You're an exchange student, aren't you, Sebastian? All hair gel and fancy loafers. What are your credentials, Sebastian? What drives you? When did you last get up at 4 in the morning for something you believed in passionately?
It flows so effortlessly. It seems so simple and straightforward, but then that's probably that's the skill, isn't it? Because you go, the planning to get that feeling like that would have been something else. But I think overall it's just a ridiculous idea.
Look at us! Come on then, Sebastian!
I think it's interesting when you get these ideas that are just insane and bonkers, and so, you know, you just go with it. Someone at some point just has to go, I don't know, I'm not sure, you know, but let's try it, you know, and just take a risk.
I'm Ray Gardner! I drink blackcurrant Tango! Come and get me!
The similarities between these three is just, in each case, I'd never seen anything like it before. So they're just doing the basic thing of they are utterly disrupting my viewing. You know, they're just making. There's no choice. As soon as any of one of those started, wherever you were, you stopped and you were in. So they're disruptive. They're different. They're unlike anything else. It's a very incredibly simple thought, and then it's crafted to within an inch of its life. So that's what unites those three.